So I'm a soon to be 18-year-old, and I'll admit I haven't had a very fulfilling social life throughout my teenage years. I'm sure many teenagers can relate. We're currently undergoing an unprecedented loneliness epidemic, despite it being the age of virtual connection worldwide, making online friends in every video game we play, every social media we join. But at the end of the day, it's all still just virtual remote connection, and we're all still lonely inside. I'm sure everybody already knows this, but social media is very detrimental for the impressionable and unstable, sometimes volatile mind of a teenager. And this does, of course, include myself at times. It's a total affirmation of being a deadbeat loser when you go on Instagram and you see other teenagers having lavish birthday parties with a multitude of friends and, I don't know, winning Nobel Peace Prizes or something, or getting accepted into Harvard. I don't know what other milestones kids get accomplish. And yet, here I am. No one really remembers my birthday other than the boomers on Facebook on my mom's account, which I'm gracefully thankful for, but really it doesn't really feel substantial as a teenager. Okay, I was probably exaggerating a bit on the accomplishments part on social media, because a lot of the times it's just a lot of bullshit and shenanigans, but with friends. And that's really the sole thing that matters from the perspective of a sad teenager. It quite literally does not matter whether they're getting absolutely high and shit-faced at a party, because at least they got invited in the first place, while your lonerism is just accentuated by it. Yet at the same time, it's not like I'm totally friendless in that I live in desolation and have no community at all in my vicinity. Although I did move schools a lot when everyone was already well settled in their cliques and whatnot, I still met a few people, but the problem was a lack of chemistry, as banal and cliche as it sounds. But let's face it, chemistry is conducive to a fulfilling friendship. Like, you can meet the most pleasant person to be around, the most kind-hearted, whatever. But if you both personally just don't complement each other or aren't compatible for whatever reason, then your dynamic just feels blank and empty, and thus your friendship just feels devoid of any purpose. But yeah, jokes aside, no one wants a friendship or a relationship to feel contrived. Why work in a company with a bunch of other NPCs you don't quite get on with when you can just hashtag be your own boss? I'm not trying to compare other people to NPCs, by the way. It's just for lack of better term, or rather a lack of a better term. Needed an article. I can't really speak English today. But anyway, what I was saying therefore begs the question of whether we're actually, literally, unequivocally friendless, or whether we're surrounded by people but still feel alone. Probably even lonelier than being in solitude itself. Whenever you're with a group of people, or so-called friends, do you feel like that loner soy jack standing at a corner of the party, or are you the life of the party? Because I'm predominantly the former. Because I'm different. Cue the intro to Radiohead creep. But in all seriousness, why invest your precious, sacred time and energy in being with others when you can be your own bestie? Think about it. Truly ponder it. You can go on quests and missions all alone. You can do what you truly want and pursue your passions without getting sidetracked by the side characters. Okay, those all sound like self-centered analogies, but you know what? Self-centered is fine when you actually have nobody but yourself. I mean, sure, you can't do things like start a band, but you can surely be a one-man, or rather one-person band. And the good thing is that you'll take full credit for it. You don't need the, conventionally attractive person to monopolize the interest of the fandom, am I right? Or unless you're the conventionally attractive person. Of course, there will be things that you miss out on, but take your seclusion as an opportunity to improve yourself and do things that you've never done before. Maybe because you've never had the time due to all that time wasted with friends. Or maybe because those so-called friends hindered you and belittled your passions. I'm probably projecting at this point. I've been able to do things I actually like create an entire universe comprised of my OCs and basically implement maladaptive daydreaming as a makeshift social atmosphere. That's totally normal, right? I mean, it's not to an extent of fully immersing myself in a fictional world and forfeiting reality, so I guess it's not harmful or anything. I've also been able to do some research on a few esoteric things, but I digress. You could also argue that you can perfectly balance your personal and social life, but please, don't be a normie like that and just shut up. So, to wrap this yapping session up, can you shut up? I'm recording.
Okay, fine.
So, to wrap this yapping session up, being friendless or feeling as if you have nobody doesn't make you a loser. You're only a loser if you succumb to the pain of it and allow yourself to be defeated. Nah, I'm just kidding. If you feel that way, that's also totally valid. I'm wishing the best for you, but also letting you know that there is a way to circumvent the sentiment. Anyway, I know this pointless video is gonna flop and get like 10 views at most because my channel is dead. But if you disagree with me and think I'm talking absolute bull, then don't be afraid to tell me why in the comments and shed some light. Elucidate, as they say. On the contrary, if you're in accordance with me, feel free to share some of your experiences in the comments. I want to try to revive this channel and hopefully make some money because I'm unemployed and don't want to go to college. Bye!